everyone, welcome back to Physio and Pilates. I'm Gabby and today I'm going to talk about carpal tunnel syndrome. Now, if you're getting pain in your forearm or any pins and needles numbness in your thumb or your first 3 digits, these are symptoms of carpal tunnel syndrome, especially if you're getting pain at night, because usually it's worse, unfortunately. And if you are a female or an age between 50 plus, you're more prone to getting it. But if you feel like you're not sure if you've got it or not, try a few tests beforehand. So the first test I'm going to show you is like a prayer. So you're going to literally put your hands together, palms together, elbows out, and go towards your chest. Try holding it for about 30 seconds to 60 seconds. If you find that this is very painful or too much for you, it is more of a positive sign that you potentially might have it. Every test we do is not 100%, but it is a sign. Second test we do, instead of having the palms, we're going to bring the palms down and have the arms together like that. When you're doing this, don't make the shoulders to go up, to have a nice long neck. Just push down towards the chest. Again, for about 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Your physio or doctor will do this with you as well, just as a clear sign. If you feel like it's too much, do shake it, of course. The test that we like to do as physios is we have the arm out, we take the other one and we just tap it. We tap it again for about 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Usually if someone is very sensitive, we get a punch. No, I'm joking. But they do tend to bring their hand away. They can't stand people touching their forearm. It's very sensitive here. So anything about tapping, no one would like if they're positive to carpal tunnel syndrome. Give it a shake if you've got anything, and if this is all positive and you're a bit irritated at the moment, have a breather. Go back into your splint, because you should have bought a splint or been given to you one, and just wear it for about half an hour and then do the exercises I'm going to show you now. So, you're positive you've got carpal tunnel syndrome, these exercises are for you. The first thing we've got to do is warm up your wrists. So, can I have you first putting your thumb in the palm of your hand and then bring your fingers over it. We're going to just move the hand up and down, and I usually like to have the elbows down as well, because that's going to just relax the neck as well. Usually if someone does it like this, their tendency to bring the shoulders up, and I don't want anything irritating the nerve, because with carpal tunnel it's your medium nerve that's irritated, and that's coming all from the neck, goes all the way onto the chest, over onto your forearm and into your lovely digits. So once you've done about 10 reps and you're feeling it's okay, it's not too irritated, then I want you to do your thumb going up, and we're going up and down as well. Like you're on a joystick or a PlayStation game, just using your joystick to go up and down. And it's nice and easy just to move it. About 10 reps as well, and it's just warming it all up, just get everything loose in those wrists of yours. And then I add a nice little circle, about 10 lovely circles going clockwise and then 10 going anti-clockwise, just to warm up the wrists so that we can get it stretched. Now again, I'm doing both hands because most people do have it in both, but if not, we do the other one so it protects it, so you prevent yourself from getting it. Usually it's habit / sometimes it's just posture, the way you're sitting, all causes your carpal tunnel syndrome. I'm just going to give that a shake. Lovely. Now we're going to just stretch out the hand. So if you're having a little bit of irritation, I want you just to gently just moving your hand forward and just bring it back. You can always do it sideways, I don't mind, but this is just to help it out. I'm not stretching it like a muscle, I'm playing with it. Because with nerves, they can get very sensitive, and if you irritate it, you might get pain even after doing these exercises. So you've got to just listen to your body and see what works for you. So I'm just doing this about 10 reps, nice and controlled, just playing with it. You can even do it with both hands, as I say, one at a time. Good. And relax. Now, if you feel like that's too easy for me, then just placing your hand, usually on a wall or an object, you can just straighten it a little bit higher. That's going to get a little bit more of your biceps involved as well. Again, if you're finding it's a bit irritated because of the nerve, you can always have your hand, the other one out there as well, because with muscles, when we stretch them, they're usually a muscle attached onto your bone to another bone. With a nerve, it attaches onto, let's say, your middle finger, goes all the way up towards the brain. The same nerve goes all the way out to the other side. So when I'm stretching the left side, if I just stretch my right hand, it stretches the left side as well. So by doing that, it's just a nice way just to play around with it as well. But again, I'm just going out, just holding for about 2 to 3 seconds and then coming back. And then step 3, when you're feeling a little bit more confident, you're feeling, yes, it's calming down really well, I want you to put a bit more pressure. So you're going to take your other hand, place it on your hand and just stretch it out. Now holding it a little bit longer. Again, it just stretches the forearms out really nicely. And you're just holding it, ideally for 30 seconds now, just to stretch it out even more. But again, if it's a bit warming it up, you can always do about 15 seconds times 2 sets. And again, we do the bad side, and then of course I want you to do the good side as well. Or vice versa, the worst side first, then the better side. Just breathing in, nice and relaxed, just stretching out the forearms, just to open up the tunnels. Now, I'm going to just talk here about a bit more of the splint, and it's so important you buy a splint, just because when you're sleeping and you have it on, it gets the blood flow towards the nerves. And when you're sleeping, it just puts your hand in a nice rest position. It just helps it heal better. So we're just breathing in and out. Good. And then relax and give it a nice little shake. Just to help it out. Now, once you get a little more stronger in there, I usually grab a water bottle or a little bit of canned beans just to get it a bit more stronger. But today, I'm going to use a ball. So I'm just going to grab my ball, because most people don't realise this, but with their thumbs, because your nerves go a bit in your thumb as well, you get a little bit of muscle weakness in the wrists, and you can usually see it on the thumbs first because you use your thumbs more than your fingers. So I'm just going to grab my ball and I'm going to squeeze my ball. So just squeezing it for about 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice and easy. You can do with any object, and as long as you can squeeze it nicely. And then what we're going to do, we're going to squeeze it really nicely, and I want you just to bend it down and bend it up. And again, I don't mind if your elbow's bent here or if it's straight, as long as we're moving the wrist, and that's just building it up, getting you used to it. Now the palm's facing down, nice and gentle. And then after you've done that, about 10 reps, I want you to put your palm up and just bring it up and down like that. Because what I like to do with the wrist is get the front muscles and the back muscles working hard. Because all your forearms it's like your thighs. You've got to work your front of the thigh and your back of the thigh to have a good strong leg. You can't just do one muscle group on the arm or the leg. Good. And then I want you just to give it a nice little shake, and you should feel a little bit stronger. So it's important to get everything strong, especially your grip. So that's why I'm saying 10 reps going up and down, and 10 reps going up and down with your forearm up and down. Squeezing is important as well, just to get the grip better, especially I find if you want a cup of tea, just squeeze in the ear of the mug, nice and controlled and relaxed. Squeezing it just all gets it worth it. Now, what most people don't realise is your nerve, your median nerve, it goes all the way up into the chest towards your head. So what I like to make sure as well with clients is that their chest is tight, we get it stretching. Because if you're slumping all day on your computer, it's all going to be tight. So a simple stretch that I like to do with clients is I want them to basically, in a sitting position, place their hands behind them and bring their chest out, nice and stretchy. Now, this is just a basic chest stretch. To progress this, for the ones that are a little bit more flexible, I want you just to place your hands behind you and just lean your thumb forward, just nice and stretchy. And it just stretches the front of your chest, nice. And we just hold for about 30 seconds. You even glide your hands slightly more. So there's no pressure on the arms, it's all from the body weight. And we're just stretching out, breathing in, breathing out. Good. holding for about 30 seconds. Either stretch 1 for the chest or stretch 2, depending on how you're feeling. Afterwards, I want you just to give it a nice little shake. Just a nice little shake. Just to get everything going. Then, I want to get their necks a bit more looser as well. So I'm going to be a bit more stricter. I usually don't let people touch their collarbones, but I want you to find your collarbone, the bony bit in front. I want you just to push it down slightly. There you go. Now, where your head is, I want you just to bring your ear to your shoulder, and that just gets a bit of a stretch here. And then I want you just to bring it higher, so you're looking up, just to even stretch it more on the top part. And then I want you to go down towards your right armpit, keeping your head up, down to your armpit, just stretching it out nicely. And it's just a really nice stretch. Just doing about 10 reps, just to loosen it all up. And then your right hand's going to go underneath your bum. Now I want your right ear to go that way. Now that's your scalene, so it's the side muscle. So just same thing, you're just stretching, holding for about 30 seconds to stretch, because before it was a bit more dynamic. Now we're just doing a bit of a static one and just stretch it nicely. Good. And once you're on the left side, of course, do the right side. So first thing you're doing is finding your collarbone, bring your left ear, left shoulder, and you're just looking down to your armpit and then looking up, and it just moves it, mobilizes it very nicely. Not supposed to be too much pressure, of course, on the collar, but just gently guiding it for about 15 seconds times 2 sets, and then sitting on your hand, just bring your left ear, left shoulder, same thing, 30 seconds. If it's too much for you, 15 seconds times 2 sets, listen to your body. It's just a nice stretch to loosen up the neck. If your neck's tight, it'll just push on all the nerves and just pulls it all together. So you've got to make sure that the whole route towards the nerve is freeing. If anything is tense here, it'll get less blood towards it where we need it healing. Now just try doing this, see how you get on, let me know. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, and like this video. Give me a thumbs up. Have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you for coming, and see you next time.